We've all had our moments where we get a little carried away and indulge in one too many glasses of wine. The KarJenners aren't immune to taking things a little too far when alcohol's involved, so let's recount the top tipsy moments from the KarJenner clan. Hey everyone, I'm Devin Howard. If you haven't subscribed to Hollyscoop yet, do it now and tap the bell so you know whenever we post a new video. Now let's go back in time and take a look at some of the KarJenner family's best blackout moments. I'm not much of a drinker, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't have my fair share of nights where I've had one too many vodka sodas. Those kind of nights don't happen frequently, but when they do, I usually end up begging my Uber driver to take me to Taco Bell, and then I fall asleep before the bars even close for the night. Clearly, I'm not very exciting. The KarJenners, though, when they get a little wild with their wine, they get up to some pretty crazy stuff. Like, they're active when they're drunk. Alcohol makes me feel sleepy AF, but somehow it has the opposite effect on the famous family, which makes this rundown of their most blurry moments so hilarious. So let's recount the drunkest we've ever seen the KarJenners, starting with Kendall Jenner. Kendall has had many a drunken night. She seems to like to let loose more than her sisters do, and she also has a tendency to become a little bit reckless. Let's start off with the time she got a tattoo on the inside of her lip because she was wasted and thought it would be fun.
All right.
Can you see it?
It says meow.
Yeah.
The supermodel had tossed back a couple of beers and figured she should commemorate her drunken night with a semi-permanent reminder of all the shenanigans she got up to. Take a look at this video of Kendall explaining it on Ellen.
Why meow? Why there?
It was literally the first thing that came to my mind. Like, I don't know, just like my drunk thoughts.
Oh my gosh, I would be mortified if I ever did this, but truthfully, it could have been way worse. Yeah, it's still not the best decision to make while drunk, though. Luckily, it's not very visible, so it won't impact her modeling career. Unless she gets a gig to model a teeth whitening kit or something, then maybe her meow tattoo will get in the way. Lip tattoos usually fade away within 1 to 5 years, so she'll be stuck with it for a while, but not for eternity. Now let's move on to another risk Kendall decided to take after slamming back a few tequila shots. The reality star appeared on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, and he asked her about a video that went viral of Kendall kicking a bottle off of her friend's head. Watch it here.
Aim for the ear. Aim for the ear. Aim for the ear.
Okay, now that is remarkably impressive. The focus, the flexibility, the accuracy with which she kung fu kicked that bottle right off his head is amazing. It's hard to believe she was actually drunk when she did it.
I had some tequila, and you know when you get a little bit drunk and you just you have superpowers.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Everything and anything is possible.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think I have any skill. It could have been the height, but it was probably the tequila.
Tequila. It can turn any average person into a kickboxing queen, apparently. It might seem like Kendall actually gets more poised the more she drinks, but don't worry, guys. She is just like us and gets just as stumbly and dizzy as we do. When she, Kourtney, and Khloe went wine tasting, Kendall and Kourtney started feeling the effects of the alcohol much earlier than Khloe, and Kendall started getting a little loose and knocked over a glass with her head.
Whatever.
Kendall, oh my God, are you okay?
She's smashed. But she's not the only KarJenner who's gotten carried away while wine tasting. So did Kris Jenner. I guess she had too many samples because she got the brilliant idea to prank call random people while faking a terrible British accent.
Hello, can I please have Khloe Kardashian's room?
I don't see that I have her registered as a guest here at the hotel.
Oh, that's wild.
She also then proceeded to call a pie shop and ask to speak to a toeologist. She got pretty creative.
My foot is killing me.
No, I've never heard of that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe I'll ask the concierge.
Gotta say, that guy has the patience of a saint. He deserves a customer service award. Also, how did she ever come up with the word toeologist? What's so great about this is it's not the first time Kris overdid it while wine tasting. She, Kourtney, and Khloe all went out to sample some vino, and of course, Kris got a little too into it. Kourtney and Khloe remained pretty much totally sober, so they just witnessed their mom's blackout behavior.
Hello, mother.
Apparently, Kris had been looking for her sunglasses for 35 minutes because she forgot she gave them to Khloe. Typical drunk things. She doesn't reserve her drunken antics for her family. Kris goes all out in front of anyone, including other celebrity friends. When Jennifer Lawrence was guest hosting Jimmy Kimmel Live, Kim Kardashian was her guest, so immediately the two start talking about one night they all shared when J-Law went over to Kris's house and started throwing back shots and sipping champagne. Kris and Jennifer ended up getting totally sloshed.
I've never seen my mom more drunk in our lives.
We were worried. Easy. I was way more drunk than your mom. You take it easy on your mother.
Not possible. It was so funny. I've never seen this.
Apparently, Kris knows how to party like a 21-year-old. Kinda love it. Kris and Khloe have a tendency to get a little mischievous after tossing back a couple cocktails, so let's talk about another one of their wasted moments. Kris rolled up in a limo to Khloe's house and forced her to go to happy hour, where they proceeded to get completely inebriated, and that's when Kris had another brilliant idea.
We could play practical jokes on people.
Like what?
Somebody who has no sense of humor. Like you? Like him.
So then they went to the store to pick up their supplies, but because Kris was so plastered, things ended up getting out of hand during their shopping trip.
We all like to get wild and crazy, but we don't want to get kicked out of the drugstore. And my mom is just opening up toothbrushes and brushing her teeth.
Mom! Yeah. Mom! What? Reel it in! Seriously!
She's like a disobedient child. Khloe has found herself in situations where she's having to reel in drunk people a lot. For instance, when Malika tried to make out with Khloe.
Khloe's so delicious, right? You agree? Oh. What if I kissed her? Would you be mad at me?
Malika, seriously?
Shut your face. Shut your face.
The two argue about whether or not they should kiss for a while, but finally Khloe gets her to bed, and then Malika just goes right in for it.
Don't leave. I'm not gonna leave. Stay. Okay. Get in the bed.
We've all been in this situation before, haven't we? A girlfriend gets too handsy after knocking back some alk. I'm just glad we got this moment on camera. Just because Khloe has found herself taking care of drunk people on more than one occasion doesn't mean she hasn't had her own trashed times. In this throwback clip from Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe can be seen trying to pack her suitcase while intoxicated. I'm a pretty disorganized packer even when I'm sober, so there's no way I could ever pack while drunk. Khloe ends up getting pretty frustrated with the process, and it is so funny. Take a look.
Stay inside. Are you here to help me?
Shit, what do you need?
Where does this go?
When you're that sloshed, you know the next day is gonna be a serious struggle. In this next clip, you'll see Khloe and Kourtney attempt to work out with their trainer after a night of heavy drinking. Can you imagine having to go outside and jump up and down and sweat while you're viciously hungover? It doesn't sound easy at all. It actually sounds like a freaking nightmare. But they did it. Kourtney and Khloe suffered through their workout, and it's everything.
Do we have to work out today?
I'm gonna throw up.
Stand up.
The struggle is real, people. I applaud the two of them for even getting up and out of bed after an intense night, much less exercising. There is one KarJenner who doesn't seem to indulge in drinking nearly as often as her sisters. Kim has been open about her disinterest in alcohol, but she gave into a little peer pressure from her sisters in an early episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians and ended up going all out and doing a freaking keg stand. So her sisters and the girls hoist Kim up on top of the keg and she drinks beer straight from the spigot. Watch it here. Oh my gosh, vomit. I went to a well-known party school in college, and even I have never done a keg stand, nor do I ever plan on doing one. Now let's go way back in time and discuss the tanked shenanigans of a KarJenner who isn't in the limelight as often as his sisters, Rob Kardashian. In this scene, Rob goes out partying with Scott. The two are taking shots, playing pool, and then decide to move the party back to Rob's family home. Just as evidence of how plastered Rob is, before walking inside, he decides to pee in the bushes. Just lovely. The house is right there. Why did he choose to use the bushes as a toilet? Anyway, after relieving himself, the guys then go on to make a ruckus in the kitchen, breaking glass, stumbling, all while Rob's parents sleep upstairs until they're awoken.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Guys, stop.
Yes, guys. This is not a party house.
That party ended pretty quickly, I'd say. Okay, everyone, it's almost time to wrap up this terrifically tipsy timeline of all the KarJenners' most drunk moments, but I have one more clip to show you. The final moment we're getting into actually has nothing to do with alcohol. It's when Kris and MJ decided to partake in a little MJ. So here's what went down. MJ was prescribed medical marijuana to help with her back pain. She was given cannabis-infused gummy bears, but didn't want to try them out for the first time alone, so she recruited Kris's company. So the two end up getting really high and do what all stoned people do. Eat. They had a pretty marvelous spread. Chips, dip, popcorn, muffins. Take a look.
I like the chips and the guac.
You want some popcorn?
No, Mom, I'm fine. Never heard you talk this much about food in like 20 years.
Then the baked mom and daughter duo try to hide their state of mind, and it doesn't go over so well.
We're trying out a new remedy for her back pain.
What's her new remedy?
Well,
they certainly seem to be enjoying themselves. What was your favorite drunken moment from the famous family? Did I miss any? Let me know in the comments section below. And if you like staying up to date on your favorite celebrities, click subscribe and tap the bell for notifications. Tune in later for more celeb news. I'm Devin Howard, and I'll see you next time right here on Hollyscoop.